Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your monthly tarot reading for the month of December. My name is Wendy. I have shuffled and laid the cards, but I haven't looked at them yet. Today I'm using the Connolly Tarot, which I purchased in Scotland last year at a lovely little shop. Um, yeah, let's see what we've got. I'm going to pull some oracles as well in a minute, but let's see what we've got for the tarot. Queen of Swords. Kind of looks like me. The Page of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Five of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, you're really moving on from something. It's a transitional month. It feels like you're really connected to how something makes you feel. And I see that this first couple weeks represents maybe a goodbye or a letting go of things. It's very much about release and releasing things that make you feel inadequate or make you feel less than or make you feel naive or make you feel silly, like embarrassed. So if there's someone who's always trying to one up you or they subtly put you down, I feel like that becomes very apparent. We also have that full moon in Sagittarius, the full moon in Gemini at the very beginning of the month on the 4th. So I don't know, that full moon might really illuminate something or intensify something for you. And you kind of go, you know what? I'm going to move on without this. Nine of Cups, the Chariot, the Six of Wands, and the Lovers. Aries had similar cards, and I do shuffle thoroughly between each one. I just don't want to make you wait, which is why I don't record it anymore. But you might be dealing with an Aries. Your readings tend to overlap sometimes, and I do find that Aries and Taurus work really well together typically. So there could be Taurus influence in your life. Let's get an Earth Magic Oracle. Okay, you've got the lotus flower symbolizing unfoldment. Yeah, I know that's a bit dark. I've got a new candle. It's really big, and so it does cast a shadow. But the glare is gone from the rest of the cards, so we'll just go with that. Yeah, okay. First little bit of December, there is an awareness of how something makes you feel. I do think it's a particular person or an environment. And it's kind of like when this person's around, you just feel these storm clouds come over you. Oh, there they are. And suddenly it's dark and stormy, and I'm seeking shelter. The purity of that feeling, I think, is something, it's really important that you listen to it. That Page of Cups is like, yeah, just again, feeling embarrassed, feeling small, feeling like you can't unsee what you've seen. The Queen of Swords can be very sharp with her words as well, and so I feel like I see somebody blushing, I see somebody feeling embarrassed or feeling like, gee, they've really gave it to me, or I've really given it to them, or man, that person just continually makes me feel this way, and I just associate this with that feeling now, and I don't know if if I want to continue. And the reason I talk about this is because we have so much. You've got the Chariot, you've got the Six of Swords. Like, there's so much about moving on. The second week as well, Six of Swords with that Five of Pentacles. There's an awareness that, like, I'm not supported here, or this job doesn't pay enough, or I'm not getting equal to what I'm giving. Like, the lack of balance, the imbalance or the unfairness is so obvious that you cannot unsee it anymore. And I think it's interesting that in this card, the little cherub is like removing the blindfold, because listen, we can't close our eyes to this anymore. You might be watching somebody, like how they talk to their child. I mean, there's so many different ways this can play out, but it really feels like you are bearing witness, firsthand witness to something, and feeling quite changed by it. And there's a theme of transition, moving on from conflict. So the second week brings peace. You're crossing the bridge. You're moving into new territory, new lands. And even look here, there's a gate. There's a garden gate. So you might feel like you're on the outside right now, but as the month progresses, you are very much in the garden, because look, we end with the Lovers and you're in the garden of perfection right there. So just trust that whatever you're walking away from leads to greener pastures, let's say, more abundance, more acceptance. A lot of you might just be going through I'm hearing self-development. You're going through self-development and you're making an effort to respond differently to things. I mean, the butterfly is on the sword here. The butterfly is very trusting. And to me, that also says that that Queen of Swords is sitting still. You know, she's not waving the sword around haphazardly. She's actually remained quite still, almost like a statue, so no one knows she's there. And the butterfly comes and lands on her sword. The butterfly and the Queen of Swords are typically symbols that go together in a lot of tarot decks, because it indicates that moment where you set yourself free, or you let something go, you publish it, you put it out into the world. A lot of you could be sharing your work, your artwork in particular. There seems to be an offering of something. But I really do feel like you're just wanting to start with a fresh slate, like a clean slate. Just get rid of all this stuff. I've said my piece. I have to let this go. And I don't think you can worry about how other people are feeling here, because okay, there's nothing coming. There's nothing coming through, and I think that's just because you're not meant to worry about it. All I was hearing was they don't have to worry about it. They don't have to worry about it. Don't worry about why. Isn't that interesting? So don't worry about the why. Focus on how it feels. Focus on moving forward. That can be challenging. But yeah, there's a definite transition and a moving on from this difficult circumstance. And then again, we have the lotus flower symbolizing unfoldment. So one by one, the path, it unfurls before you. You as well. You are the lotus flower, and you are unfolding and showing your beautiful petals to the world. It's all unfolding. And I think you see the beautiful symmetry as well. And so moving into the second half of the month, we have the Nine of Cups with the Chariot, the Six of Wands, and the Lovers. And I apologize if you can hear the work happening outside. Hopefully it's not too loud. It feels like indulgence. There's a feast. There's something about the body, and it feels like you're maybe improving your health. You find a new potion, you find a new something that really, like a vitamin or a smoothie mixture, I don't know, just something that packs in the nutrients. I really feel like there's an emphasis on the body in the third week and nourishment of the body, right? It can't just be for pleasure. What can I do that is equal parts pleasure, but it also nourishes me, rather than feeling good in the moment, but like subtracting a lot from me in the long term? This is something that really nourishes you. I do see love. I do see potentially someone coming toward you. Maybe a lot of you have done some kind of manifestation ritual. You've tried to call someone toward you. You've, been communicating to the universe that you're ready for something, someone, and that seems to be really manifesting. Like it becomes real. There's physical proof of something in the second half of this month. So your wish is granted. The third week, your wish is granted. You see victory. I think you're feeling strong in your body. You are like working out. You're taking care of yourself. You feel confident. You're going for whatever you want. You're going for things, and at the same time, someone is coming toward you. And that's the beautiful law of attraction played out in real life. You're attracting someone who is on the same frequency that you are, and they add to your life. This is not someone who takes away from your life. Remember, because in the beginning of the month, there's someone who kind of takes away from your I'm hearing your longevity, your wellness, it took something away. And it's not easy to, accept that or recognize it, but once you do, you're like, okay, time to move forward, time to go into this new land. I'm ready to take the blindfold off and see things for what they are now that I've arrived. Surprise! It's kind of like, I don't know, some of you are maybe surprising somebody, I don't know. But I think you're quite pleased. Let's say the stuff happening that I've described in the first week is not what you want to happen. I wouldn't worry, Taurus, because what I see is that it benefits you in the end. Something that might feel like a bit of a disappointment, there ends up being a reward. Like it all works out. It's like, oh, this is why this had to happen. It makes sense. That 9 of Cups. I'm secretly relieved. I'm secretly happy about this. I feel like you get your way with something. You get your way. Your way, the Chariot, your way. You're on your way. You get your way. Assets as well. There could be a new car, new house, talks of moving, real estate, assets, wealth. That's in the discussion. And maybe a look at, okay, if I'm indulging in this, I have to maybe sacrifice something so I can afford this new car. There's something there, but yeah, there's definitely an asset or money moving around. And then we finished the month with the beautiful 6 of Wands and the Lovers with that gorgeous red sunset. A lot of you might be watching the sunset, inspired by it. Remember we talked about how this person is going into the garden. Now you're in there. It feels like someone really comes toward you. Someone comes toward you. I see victory. I see an offering. I see celebrations. I see new jobs. I see promotions. Like something that just fits better. And it doesn't even have to be promotion in the sense that you get more money or it's more responsibility. Maybe this is a step down. But it benefits you because you are happier. And really what you're keying into this month is a sense of satisfaction, a sense of happiness. What does happiness actually look like? What does happiness actually mean to me? You might be like realizing how much you've changed and how your perspective has changed. And I feel like things make sense in a new way to you this month. And then, we end with victory. We end with perfect self-acceptance. A partner who matches you, somebody who really mirrors you. There's a relationship that mirrors you, and it's teaching you a lot about yourself. It's challenging, but that's a as long as they're treating you well, it's a good relationship when you have that phenomenon, because it encourages growth. And I see that you're moving into this abundance where there was nothing. There was nothing before in this desert land. And now you're in this beautiful land of abundance. So there's a new job, there's a new contract, you're successful, you get the person you want for Secret Santa. Like there's just all this celebration and victory and really good feelings happening. Especially in the last half of the month. Okay, so the first half is about moving on and difficulties, but trusting the process, trusting that you're going to end up happier. Just feels like you're leveling up in a really big way. Okay, so the Lenormand oracles we've gotten for you are the Cross and the Moon. And we did kind of talk about sunset, but the Cross here is interesting because it connects to the Five of Pentacles. It also connects to this figure on the Nine of Cups, who to me looks, I think, is that not taken from Jesus at the Last Supper? So maybe that's what motivates you. Maybe having that burden to bear. I don't know, there's something about burdens this month, your cross to bear. What do you carry with you? What is a worthy burden? What is something you're happy to carry, happy to take on because it's purposeful, versus what is just not meaningful? And then we've got the moon. The moon can be a little bit of sadness, a little bit of sorrow. It can indicate jewelry, though. It can indicate especially silver smithing. So a lot of you could be working with jewelry. I don't know. It feels like there's a moment of doubt. Like, is this going to pay off? Is this going to work? But I do see an emphasis on evening. The evening is fruitful for you. Maybe your schedule's changing. Something is changing shape, right? The moon changes every time we see it. It's literally different every time we see it. So that can connect us to women as well. Something is different every time you see it. It changes shape. Jupiter in Pisces, it changes shape. Okay, Taurus, that's been your reading for the month of December. Hope it's been inspiring or helpful. Hope it's been good to you in some way. Thank you for watching. And if you want a personal reading with me, the information for that is in the description box below.